Hi everybody. I received an email this morning asking if I could make a video on my views and thoughts on friendships and relationships in general. And that's an interesting thing because I mean there's a lot to think about friendships and relationships. I guess I would say friendships are a great thing to have. Having friends is always a good thing. I mean, we're here on average, well, we hope we're here on average for 70 to 100 years if we're lucky. So it's, you know, we're here a while, and so it's nice to have companions. It's nice to have people to hang out with. It keeps you from feeling lonely. It's fun. It's fun to hang out with people, to share your thoughts and have them share their views and thoughts, and you can grow from each other, you can learn from each other. So friends are a really good thing to have. As far as close friends, I don't have very many friends, at least close friends. I have a lot of friends that I met over the years. You know, friends I met on my journeys and travels through life, whether it be they were in my life for a year to 3 years, or they were in my life for a day or a week, you know, whatever. I consider them friends. I love people. I love all kinds of people, but I only have a couple close friends. And I think that is because it is hard when you're growing and changing, because we're supposed to constantly be changing and growing for the better. At least we should. And so when you're, you know, molding into your better self, you're going through different stages in life, and so I think life throws at you different people at different moments that help you where you're at, and they're good for where you are, but then you move along and you hope that you encourage the people you're around to move forward as well, but we all move at different paces, and that's okay. So having close friends, the ones that are there through everything and stay friends with you through all your ups and downs, stay friends with you while you're changing and molding and morphing and going through all chaoticness in life, is rare to find. So when you do find them, you know, you'll know if they're meant to be, you know, part of your life forever, if they have, you know, I think they have like the same sort of soul as you. Then keep them, you know, make sure you keep them in your life. Maybe you won't see them for 10 years because you're off doing your own thing, but whenever you see that person again, you always reunite. That's a good friend. That right there, I would say, is the best friend. And of course, they're soulmates. I definitely believe in that. I believe you have another half out there, and you will find it. You know, if you're letting your soul, you know, you're living by guidance of your soul and your spirit, then you're going to be led to your other half. So you definitely have a soulmate, and that person will go on, whenever you find them, whatever point in life you're at, whatever age, and you do happen to find them, then they'll continue that journey with you together, and you'll have someone right by your side. But I would say relying on people is hard. It's hard to trust people because you don't know their intentions. And it's just hard to rely on people, whether they're good people or not. You know, they have good intentions, you still can be hurt by them. So I always say your best friend is yourself. My best friend is myself. Why? Because I can be super annoying at times. I can be feeling in the mood to be super crazy, energetic, hyper, and maybe people I'm around don't want to hear that at the time, you know, the moment. They're just want to be chill and mellow, and that's fine. And sometimes I want to be that way, and I don't want to, you know, I just want to sit in silence. So it's hard to find people that feel the same way you do at that second. And so with yourself, you can act however you want, and you're obviously not going to get upset with yourself because you're deciding what to do with yourself. And you know, your body and your mind and your spirit are always together, so they know each other the best. They have lived with each other from the time you were created and put on this earth, and they were given to you so you don't feel lonely. So always remember, you have yourself to rely on. I mean, I've gone last year, I hardly talked to anyone, and where I lived I didn't have any cell phone service, so I didn't have internet or any of that. And I was constantly to myself, which maybe cannot be healthy at sometimes, but it can definitely be healthy at times, because I got to know myself better. I had so much fun with myself. I'd bike ride all over. I might sound crazy, but I talk to myself, you know. My mind is almost too much for even me to comprehend, you know, and same with you. When you start digging in and discovering yourself, there's a lot there, you know, and you shouldn't get bored. You shouldn't feel lonely because you have yourself. But definitely loving on your brothers and sisters in this world is great, and you should do that. But just know that you might not, they might leave, you know, and you have to be able to let them go. People I don't think are really meant to be held on to forever. You have yourself for that, and perhaps your soulmate. And a best friend, you know, the same sex can be your soulmate, you know, your friend for life, you know, or maybe you find that partner where you want to have a future with, a life with. That's fine, but know you always have yourself, and they're your best friend. But while you're going through your journey of life, you will be introduced to tons of people, and they're your friends. They can be called your friends, especially, you know, I've run into people who are on the same path I am at that moment. You know, I've just discovered, had some realization, and then this person I'm talking to, they just had the same realization, or they're talking about what I just realized, and it's like, I know they were put in my life to have that conversation at that moment. Maybe it was just for an hour, but they're my friend. You know, I love that person, and I hope the very best for them, because we have that connection for that moment. We're right there on that same wave for that moment, and that's awesome. And you'll meet tons of people. Sometimes you'll meet people who you don't necessarily think you can click with. They're far off from your realm. Maybe you don't think they're the best person morally or whatever. You're not to judge them, remember that. So you can still learn from that person. I'm friends with lots of people who are complete opposite of me, all kinds of people, and people are like, how do you guys even have conversation? I find all kinds of things to connect with them with, you know. You can always learn something from somebody. Whether, you know, you take it, I will not do that, or I will do that. There's always something that can be taught from anybody, any place, anything in life. So remember that too. So overall, friends are good to have, but just remember, you can let them go. I heard a saying once, let me see if I can remember it. Where'd it go? If a person chooses to leave your life, that's okay, let them go, because then they were just meant for that chapter in your life. But you're on to a next chapter, and they made a great part in your book, but you still have more people you're going to meet for your other chapters. So let them go. If they choose to be there throughout your whole book, then let them be there, you know, but don't let it bring you down, because there's so much more out there. You'll meet so many more people. So take what you can from that relationship you had and move on. Look back, and they help build you to where you're at. You know, whether it was a bad relationship, they still help mold you to be where you're at in life, and hopefully you move forward. So don't let a relationship hang you up. I know lately I've felt like, well, I don't talk to these people anymore, certain people, and they were in my life for so long, and it's hard to let them go, because I'll hear certain music or whatever, and it's like, oh, I remember when I was at that point in my life, and we all digged each other, you know, we helped each other, we were great together, all of, you know, my friends were great together, but we all moved our separate ways. And that's okay. I have to let them go, because I've met so many more people since then, and that's beautiful. It's a beautiful thing, and perhaps you'll cross paths again. Perhaps you won't, but it doesn't matter. Your book is still continuing, and always will. So friends are a good thing to have, but remember, they might not be temporary, and you always have yourself. So I hope that helped answer the email question on my thoughts and views. I hope that's what you meant. I'd like to know your guys' views on friendships and relationships as well. So if you want to leave comments below, then please do that. It's always interesting to hear everybody's view on that. and we can all learn something, like I said. So, also, if you like this, please like my page, please subscribe to my page, and I hope you all have a wonderful, beautiful day. Keep growing. Bye. Again, guys, I just wanted to add something. While I was making that video, I had asked my little brothers, my twin brothers, Ethan and Alex, who are 9, to draw a picture of a butterfly, but put the butterfly in a world that they created, you know, a world that's different than this world. You know, like I said, that could be whatever they imagine. You know, trees don't have to be like the trees here. They can be completely different. And they showed me when I got done with the video their outcome of that. And they're beautiful and they're awesome, so I want them to explain their pictures. So they're gonna do a little explaining. First, here's Ethan and his drawing. Artist Ethan, please explain your drawing. Wait, here's Ethan.
This is
turn around. Okay.
This is 2 guys sitting in like a vine tree, and there's a tree right here. And they're high enough that, like all trees here, you can sit across this and you can see all the trees below. And those are like strawberries. And then this is like the little swirly designs and some clouds and the sun. And then I thought I should make like a rainbow. And
coming off of the tree.
Coming off of the tree. And And I put my 2 favorite colors, blue and green, and I draw the butterfly, and it's always happy, and it's always peaceful, and this guy's saying hello up there, and they're saying hello back, and that's it.
It's beautiful, thank you.
Yeah.
So that's Ethan's art piece. Alex, can we see yours, please? This is Alexander. They just cut their hair, they were growing it out. Now they decided for the summer to, I guess, cool off. All right.
This is
beautiful colors, by the way.
This is purple clouds. The clouds rain gumdrops, and the trees are made of cupcakes, and the branches are made of licorice, and you know that's just a butterfly. And
there's a bridge connecting.
And there's a bridge connecting from
to a carrot tree. Is that a carrot tree?
Yeah, and that's a cupcake tree.
That's awesome.
And those are little creatures that dance around and play. And that's the sun that always dances. And
you said this is a happy place where there's no sadness or anger. Everything's just happy and joyful all the time, right?
Yeah, and you don't get hurt or anything. You just bounce off on the gumdrops and stuff.
That is beautiful.
And that's a little thing where the creatures can go and stick their finger in the white stuff, and it's like frosting. And they love sugar, so they go crazy for it. And that's it.
I love it, artist Alexander. And just like Ethan says, always happy and peace. Always happy and peace. These are wonderful worlds I would love to live in. They're beautiful. Thank you guys for sharing. And it looks like Ethan's still continuing his artisticness. So thank you. It's beautiful.